Hi, I'm Elizabeth Conte, and I'm here to share my book, Finding Jane. I am a lover of 19th century literature, and I was reading a lot of books for a long time, and I just didn't find what I was looking for. I was missing something, couldn't quite pinpoint what it was, but a lot of books I wasn't even reading. I couldn't remember the titles, I couldn't remember the characters, just nothing was settling with me. So I looked at, what it was that I was missing, and I think the key ingredients to my writing and what I like to bring is I really was looking for deep, intelligent storylines, not something that was just flashed in front of me like a TV show and then I'd forget it the next day. I wanted something I could, fall into. The second thing I really was looking for were interesting, layered characters. Again, I was reading stories, I couldn't remember even the main character's name or anything like that. Characters that stay with you. And the other thing that I was really looking for, I'm a romantic. I love romantic stories. And I wanted stories that were romantic, where people fall in love, not fall in lust, not just, have this attraction, but there was a real connection. So if you put that all together, it's, kind of literary prose with romance. And I like to call it literary romance. So that is kind of my writing style and what I'm bringing to my writing and to stories and to the book world. My story is called Finding Jane. It's about Jane, if you didn't know. And Jane is a young woman, on the brink of life. She'd been with somebody for a long time and they broke up, and she's kind of disenchanted with the world. And she's hoping a trip to England will help kind of renew her soul and kind of push her forward to make the changes she needs in her life to, just to go on. So she gets to England, and one night she meets the psychic, and the psychic says, you're special. You've been born under the black moon, and you have this magnetic energy that's going to take you on a journey. And Jane's not sure how to take that, but, she accepts the information and then goes home the next day. And it's not until she takes a walk and has this strange sense of falling and then wakes up in a strange room with strangers and finds out she's back in the 1800s, that she realizes, I'm not as normal as I thought. And thus Jane's journey begins. And it's there that she meets people who kind of renew her sense of connection with other people, family, friends. And she also meets a love interest, Henry Eaton, and discovers what really true love is about. So I would like to read you a little snippet from Finding Jane, and we'll go from there. The wind seemed to whisper to her, or was it the little girl who hungered to let go? Before Jane could decide, her feet took off, running faster and faster down the hillside, the wind at her back, pushing further and further, until she collapsed in a myriad of green spikes, her chest heaving from its exertion. Sprawled out, she looked to the sky and laughed out loud. A smile spread across her face. If Amy could see her now. Her mind relaxed, and for a moment she felt free from worries, stress, sadness. Stephen. She hadn't meant to fall asleep, but when Jane opened her eyes, night had approached. The dark clouds promising a downpour hovered directly above. She was doomed to get soaked on her way back. Time was of the essence. She cursed herself for the lapse in judgment and lifted herself out of the grass. But as her body straightened, her head wobbled. A humming wind rang in her ears, causing the vessels in her brain to pulse. The whirling got louder and louder. She cupped her ears. "Please stop!" she yelled. She wanted to run. She really did. But her body wouldn't move upon command. Suddenly, she had the oddest sense of falling. I hope you get out of this book what I put into it. It's about friendship, it's about family, it's about forgiveness, and it's also about love, true romantic love. It's on sale now at Amazon. I have hardcover, paperback, Kindle, and you can find it at other bookstores online. And if your libraries don't have it, ask for it. They can get it. Any way you can get your hands on it, try to find Finding Jane by Elizabeth Conte. Thanks for letting me share. You have a great day.